this is Petra with Banderless, helping you to create a life abroad that you love and enjoy. If you ever moved abroad or you consider doing that, then you know that you need to start your life all over from pretty much nothing, which also means building your business network or just generally your network from scratch. And if this is something that is important to you and for your career goals, then it might be a bit challenging and even takes several years. Sounds like something you could use help with? Then keep watching, my friend, because this week's video is for you. Nadina Gradascevic is an effective executive with 12 plus years of international experience in driving and managing sales and business development, pioneering new concepts and products, and advising leading global companies and clients from 30 plus countries. Being an engaged leader and astute strategist with an extensive cross-cultural experience and unique drive for excellence, Nadina today reveals her secrets on building a business network that helps you grow and meet your career goals more easily and effectively. Nadina, I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you, Petra. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now let's dive straight in. So what would you say is the key to building a network from scratch in a new country? Even here in Austria, you have a lot of experience with it.
Networking, it's all about people and contribution. Building the network starts with our willingness to discover our talents, our strengths, to discover who we are, what we really want, and how can we contribute to others, to our organizations, our businesses, and to the global society.
Yes.
When I talk about networking, I talk about effective networking. Strong network includes people who have decision-making power.
Yes.
And if we want to build valuable networks, then we should think about what values can we add to our network.
Absolutely.
What values does our network add to our lives? And how can we together as a network contribute to the development of society? Your network should have a long-term multiplier effect, and it should be a group of your people who support your growth and your success.
Yes. I don't think we necessarily think about being strategic about networking, and it leads me also to the next question. What are the key mistakes that we do when it comes to networking?
Yes, people focus first too much on their own goals, and they do not show real interest in other people. Then we waste time on non-effective networking because we don't have strategy, we don't have a plan, we don't even know what exactly do we want to achieve with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Creating a high-quality network requires time investment, strategy, planning. It requires patience, it requires persistence.
True.
Another common mistake is that people underestimate the cultural dimension in networking.
Yes.
Which is so important for trust building, in communication, and also, of course, in relationship management.
And we both know that's very important. Relationships are hard anyways, right? Communication can get tough, and if we even have relationships or we want to build a relationship with people from different countries, then it's another factor that influences our communication, and it gets even more complex. So I think that's something that's really important to talk about as well.
Yes, and there's another important part also. Networking should be fun.
Yeah.
And when we talk about socializing sounds like fun, but when we talk about effective networking, it sounds like a hard work.
Yes.
And it is basically, but still we should have fun.
Yes.
And when we approach that strategically, then we somehow forget to have fun. And that's also one mistake.
No, I'm totally guilty of that one as well. Now, what I am also very curious about is we talked about why is it important and what are the mistakes that people do. What would you say is the fastest way? Because we both know networking takes time. And if we go strategic about it, we can save some time and we can get the results a bit quicker, even though, of course, I know it takes patience. What would you say, what is the how?
First, start with yourself. Know exactly what you can offer, what do you really want, develop the strategy, and then go into implementation. And then there are 4 steps. First one is preparation. And that means how much time are you willing to invest in networking? Then select your groups and your networks in accordance with your interest and your goals.
Yes.
Then know what people would you like to meet there, what contacts do you need, and why do you need them?
Yeah.
Who can recommend you, and what you can offer to those people, how you can support them. Second step would be interaction, and that's about listening, observing, asking questions, supporting other people, asking for support as well. Don't forget to make a next step.
Yeah.
To agree the next step with your contact, and when you finish, when you come back home, please do some reflection, and that means what was good,
Yes.
and what would you do differently next time.
Yeah, true. It's like with every other thing we try to learn or we want to progress with it. The self-reflection part is just so important, and we don't do it enough. And I really appreciated you mentioned this point. I think also with networking, it's the same thing. We need to see what is it that we done well, and it's what's working for us, and focus more on that, and see where it is going and what we can improve.
Yes, and it starts with self-reflection, and
Yeah.
it ends with self-reflection.
Exactly, yeah, I love that. For those of us who don't speak the language, is it possible to build a network? For instance, here in Austria, would you say that you can achieve the same success as the local would?
Well, I would say in Vienna it's possible because you have a large international community.
Yeah.
So it's possible also with English and other languages to build your own network, but you increase your chances if you learn German, and you extend your networking possibilities.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Is there something you would like to add? Some final thoughts?
Networking is a skill which you can learn, so invest your time in developing a global network is easier than ever.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It was really good, and it's so true, and I really wish that everyone would appreciate the opportunities that we have, and especially in a globalized world we can have a global reach, which is just amazing. Thank you so much, Nadina.
welcome.
It was really a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Nadina and I would love to hear from you. So what are your thoughts and what are your key takeaways out of today's interview? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, give us a like, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I catch you next week on Boundaryless.